Welcome everybody to the Hard Rock and Country Show.
It's kind of like the cold show today.
Well, today it is cold. The rocks are so cold they're cracking themselves.
Don't say that. That. Oh, see, I got so nervous you said that. I got tongue tied. That does happen. Your shedding rock out there, I'm sure, is blowing up right now.
Yeah, probably. That's how they used to crack rock back in the days. They drill holes in it and pour water in it. You just move the camera stand?
Maybe. Oops.
Do you need to check on that?
My mind.
Okay, well you
Tell
go
them a
check
joke.
on it. Tell a joke. Well, I'll tell you, it's not a joke.
So you are on film, so that's
Most
a
of
joke
my jokes are not jokes, they're stories. So we had a little episode in the house yesterday.
We
had an episode
in your
yesterday.
house, that can be a broad perspective.
So I put hash on the stove. Now I gotta
You
explain
ruined
this.
beef hash.
I gotta explain this because some people text me and say, "Well, what is hash?" Well, it's corned beef hash. It's like
amazing.
the best food in the world that comes in a can. And you don't want to think about how it's processed, but
No.
it's little chunks of meat, little chunks of potatoes, and a whole lot of seasoning. And it's like,
And you cook it in
It's
butter.
like-
Or bacon.
yeah, well, yeah, I don't
both.
use as much grease as you. So I put it on the stove, and I put the stove dial, this dial, and I put it on high. You okay? I'm not gonna hit you. I got little twitches, but not too bad. And I put this stove dial on high, and I put my little splatter screen on top of the pan, and I walked away to talk to my wife for a minute.
Amen. How'd
A
that
minute.
work for you?
When you have ADD, a minute is not always what you think it is.
I know that.
So I looked up and I saw smoke billowing off the stove. And
ship is on fire!
yeah, pretty much. So I ran to the stove, and as I ran to the stove, the hash combusted into flames on the stove, in the pan. And I had flames billowing up out of the skillet that my wife in the living room could
Dang
see.
it, she didn't work yesterday. I didn't get to hear this. Because,
Well-
your side of the story and hers, they're not the same.
Mine's the truth. Hers
And
is
she says
exaggerated.
it with a little bit more of traumaticness,
Well, there was a little bit of,
excitedness in her voice.
there was some traumaticness when I came back to the living room and sat down after I opened all the windows in the house, because do you know how quickly a house fills with smoke?
Yeah.
There was smoke
Y'all
everywhere.
do,
And,
y'all.
So I came back down, and we had a really interesting
So did you eat it?
conversation. Oh yes. You don't waste hash, man.
No,
It's
no.
charbroiled, but you don't waste hash.
Yeah.
And we ate it, and my girls even ate it. They said, "Well, it's burnt, Daddy." I said, "It's breakfast. Put some more ketchup on it." And we ate it, and we ate it all up, didn't waste it. So that was my traumaticness for the day.
That's good.
So
I'm not the one. I'm glad that, because my family gives me crap about it. You cook everything on high. Well, you got to. You gotta whip this and do that and do that and do this, and then the ADD kicks in.
folks,
The add. See, ADD's got the right definition. It adds things in your life that makes you forget the other things.
I've stopped by your house, and you're gone, and you have food on the stove cooking.
My insurance company probably doesn't want to hear that. Thanks.
So,
But I don't cook it on high like I used to. I've definitely tamed that down. And now that we got the water spigot above the stove, that is like amazing. Y'all, we got this fancy overhead, the vacuum thing. What's that called? The vent thing. The hood. And we've got a real nice, stretches all the way out.
it's
Fill
called
your
a pot filler.
pot filler thinger. Man, that is great.
I'm-
Highly recommend it if you've got ADD, because like when Stooge over here catches his kitchen on fire, you just turn on the water. But you also, in case it's grease related, need to keep a bag of flour open at all times above your right to your right or left.
I wondered why there's so much flour all over your stove.
No,
So
there's not.
for
I have not had one fire in the new house.
highfalutin people, That's
A
called
flute?
a pot filler.
Pot filler. Okay.
For us rednecks, that's called a fire suppressant system.
Yeah, it's kind of both.
Yes.
I've not had to use it though. I'm really excited about that. Now at the old house, yeah, maybe a couple times. Almost used the fire extinguisher once.
So
But poor Ivea, she had the best one.
she had the best one.
Oh man, she smelled the whole house up. God bless her. She was little. Daddy, I want to cook my own supper tonight. And I was really busy. And I was just right out, literally, our kitchen door working in the yard. We had them little cups of macaroni. You just put the stuff in there and you throw it in the microwave. And I told her, hit the 1 minute button. That's all you need to do. She pushed it for like a whole bunch. Wasn't thinking that it was working. So every time you push it, it adds a minute and adds a minute. And then she added 6 minutes until it caught on fire. And then the plastic bowl caught on fire. I did not know that macaroni could burn like that. Of course, the smoke detector goes off, and we got to open all the windows in the house. And she was so terrified. And her whip was quivering. Daddy, I didn't want to be like you. I was about broke my heart, but I laughed at the same time. I was like, wow, thanks, babe.
Oh man,
Don't want to be like Daddy.
That's awful. That's like me getting my wife a new microwave.
How many microwaves you bought this year? This winter. Let's say this winter, not this year.
Have
I've
bought?
heard. Well,
Have I
or
bought?
traded or found.
I've only bought
picked up
one.
off the side of the road.
I had 3 of them in the shed that were all good microwaves. I bought one.
Okay.
And-
How many have you put into your kitchen this winter season?
I'm on the 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
And my daughter
Your
came.
wife has talked about that a lot.
My daughter came in and she looks at these things, these new appliances I bring home.
Uh-huh.
See, I give my wife new appliances every year.
Uh-huh.
I'm like the best husband of the year award. I get my wife new appliances every year.
Okay.
They are new to her.
Yep.
And I bring them in, and my daughter, she's like, so what road you picked that up alongside?
I just said that. Was it in the van you bought at the junkyard?
That was part of the deal. So I gotta share something. I've cut down on my coffee consumption.
Is that why you got 2 cups here?
I got 2 cups.
I have 2 cups
And-
of tea in my van, but I was too cold to go out and get them.
This is what's really cool. I've cut down on my coffee consumption. I've started limiting myself to 1 cup at a time, because what I was doing is I was pouring a cup of coffee, drinking half of it, setting it down, forgetting where I set it. So I go back and get a second one, forget where I put that one, find my first one, drink that, find my second one, drink that, and my wife was getting really frustrated, the amount of coffee cups, because I went through every coffee cup we have in like 2 days.
This is a pretty one right here.
It is. It is a really pretty one. One of our Cowboy Church ones. Cowboy Country Church. So
Sticker on it.
So I got to share this. We're going to get into this political correctness.
Oh no, don't get us sued.
Um,
We ain't got no insurance, man.
So, well,
We're just
no,
two
no.
redneck
I
hillbillies
know,
having fun.
and this is redneck hillbilly political
I need
correctness.
to sit up for this one.
So me and Zeke are sitting there,
Don't bring poor Zeke into this.
and
Does he
yeah,
know that you're bringing him up?
yeah, I think
What-
so.
He
cried.
I doubt it.
I think he cried when I picked on him the other day. So we're sitting there, and I
Megan.
said, I am so tired
Oh boy.
of being politically correct. I said, let's just be honest. Let's be real. I'm fat. You're bald. and I mean, let's not beat around the bush. I mean, that is just the true facts of the issue.
Yep, I'm fluffy. I prefer fluffy. I take offense to fat. Not jiggly, not fat. I'm fluffy.
You're fat. Get over it. Let's move on about
Fluffy
life.
sounds fun.
You know, that's the problem with this world. This world is consumed with being fun about things, and life sometimes is not
I
fun.
know. That's why I walked into your pun for you.
I
Gee
stepped on the
whiz.
scale, and I realized, dude, I'm fat. And I had to come to grips with that.
I want to brag. So I got real serious in mid-December. I said,
Folks, the stores ran out of bacon.
I really cut down my bacon consumption. I'm down to one thing of bacon a week.
That's one case, folks.
Nope. But I said, self.
Did you know it was yourself?
Yep.
You were wearing your underwear.
Yep.
Okay.
Blue ones.
Okay.
And I said, you need to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have y'all know, I go to a doctor pretty regular. And I lost 18 pounds over the holidays. Even the doctor's like, wow.
That's pretty good.
She goes, you lost that over the holidays. That's really impressive. Now, I will fess up to a little bit of one part of the problem. Man, St. Nancy makes really good them little Ritz peanut butter things dipped in chocolate. You know, and I'm a big peanut butter fan, and she made peanut butter fudge and dipped pretzels.
I had some of that.
Well,
That was dangerous.
they brought a huge green container. And I thought it was theirs because, you know, John consumes more sugar than almost anybody I've ever seen in my life. And I thought it was theirs because it was out in the rock shop. And I just didn't, you know, I'm a good, honest fella. I never got in there. And then my wife's like one day, she goes, hey, would you go in the rock shop and get us a little bowl of candy to watch a movie? And I'm like, I'm not getting into their candy. And she's like, honey, that's our candy. This is like after the first full week of January.
It was gone within about 3 minutes, wasn't it?
I've been limiting myself to one piece
At a time?
a day.
Oh, wow.
A day. Now, I'm not a huge sugar fan. I've always had a weakness for beef and buffalo and, you know, bacon and some bacon and some chicken and some more bacon.
Chocolate covered bacon.
Deer.
Mm-hmm.
No. Anyways, I am going to make bacon cinnamon rolls. But I didn't find that until after the first week. So I've limited myself eating that. I'm like, one piece. Woody, that's it. That's all you need. And if I have the one candy a day, I'm not putting honey in my tea. Which I don't put honey in my tea every day. But, you know, sometimes you just need it to taste a little bit better. Huh.
So,
My quest today is try to drink 1.5 gallons a day.
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Keeps you flushed out.
It does.
You do pee a lot.
It does. Yep, you do.
And when you're cold, you pee even more.
Yes. Yes.
You ever go pee and have to turn around and go pee again?
Yes.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I've gotten to the age where you go to the bathroom.
To the age. You sound like you're old.
You go to the bathroom, you go and crawl into bed, and you realize, I need to go to the bathroom again.
Yep.
Yep.
I got this problem of you go number 2, you go get all cleaned up, wash your hands, and like, oh, I gotta go pee. I ain't even left the bathroom yet. I'm like, what the heck?
This conversation has turned kind of downhill.
Well, you, for
Downhill.
so many episodes and shorts and reels and whatever you call them, so many in a row, you were stuck on number 2. Whether it's dinosaur poop or your own poop. Poop. So, well, it's my turn.
Man.
I gotta bring some poop.
No. So what do you have on your big to-do list today? Yes.
Well, it's cold out
It
there.
is
It is bad. I'm gonna put on a lot more clothing.
I hope so.
This is just the clothing to film in because it's to me it's cold in here. Now you're fine, but see, to me it's really cold.
Yeah, I got my coffee.
When you're on a lot of blood thinner, it's cold in here.
Yes.
Then I got to go to the bank.
Okay, got to go to the bank. That's always a fun episode.
Not really.
Yes.
Nothing's wrong. Just got to go there.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
It's a long drive though.
That's not a fun time. You know,
I'm
one
just
of
more
these
worried about the driving the sailboat.
that you do.
My
have a big
van's
sail-
kind of like a sailboat.
Do you want to borrow my little car?
Nah, I'd crush it.
Well, yeah, but it gets good gas mileage.
Yeah, mine does, but you know, it's like a sailboat. I've been driving down the road and it feels like I'm going like this and about to blow over.
So we need to do a whole episode for
Don't even say it. I
our
know it.
people in this world. No, you don't even know where I'm going.
Go, drive.
We need to
drive
do
it.
a whole episode on living within our means and eating within our means
I can
and
do it.
existing within our means.
I can do it.
Because, we live in a world where we feel we have to have the best of the best. But, there is times in our life where ramen noodles and turkey hot dogs are all you can afford.
Peanut butter's cheaper.
Peanut butter's cheaper, yes. 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 You ever get any of that rancid peanut butter?
No.
If peanut butter gets old, it gets rancid. And I had a
Never-
peanut butter pie one time that was
never
made
ex-
with spoiled rancid peanut butter.
Never experienced that before.
Oh man. When I worked in food service, the
Sure,
other thing
it
you have
wasn't
to
rancid. It was just maybe had like rat poisoning in it.
do. No, it was rancid.
Are you sure?
And then-
some people were like find you irritating. Was it a gift from somebody?
Find me irritating?
Yeah, I didn't stutter.
I'm like warm and charming. People love to be around my personality. They just sometimes have to be on medicine.
You caused medication.
That guy.
Trinette told me one. Well, I'll just leave that. Love you, Trinette.
People around me have learned to. This is a real fact. This is an everyday fact that when you're around me, you're like very naturally have to go on blood thinners and blood pressure medicine because I caused that.
Or
in
you
people's
double it.
life. Or you double it.
See, I highly considered I've got to go hang out with Shelby. So do I take my extra blood pressure pill early today or wait until after we're done? Is that our timer?
That is our timer. Folks, I got to say to this.
I had to put him on a timer, shorter and shorter, because he just doesn't ever shut up.
I got to say this to this.
Zeke, you got sold underneath the bus, buddy.
When-
Old Shelby sold you under the bus bad.
When I come to meet with you or to hang out with you, it's really bad when your first reaction is, "Oh, I got to go take another pill." That's like really hurtful. You know what the other thing I realized
I
yesterday?
did that the last time we ate. I got up from the table before we prayed once and got another blood pressure.
Yes, he did. So
Well,
here's
you were down there like, blah, 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 and kids like this, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not, there is no exaggeration there.
that is a complete exaggeration.
Nope.
So here's
Ask Saint Heidi. She don't lie.
Here's another great one that happened yesterday.
Oh my God. The timers went off.
I know, real
Hurry,
quick.
Hurry.
So when you take your vehicle to the mechanic shop and you tell them that there's this problem going on, and you get it down there and he's already got the parts ordered, but you've never told him what year, make, and model your vehicle is, it means you've been there more than once.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I kind of found that ironic.
With you, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
What happened to the old Burgundy Beast
It needs a little work. It's on the project list.
project?
But right now it's like colder than cold.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we better wrap this up because people have given up 20 minutes of their life that they're never going to get back. Do not send us paycheck requests to get your time back that you've just wasted in these last 20
Sympathy
minutes.
cards would be nice. though.
Sympathy cards, yep. We will send you the addresses of those dear loved ones we have used, like Zeke and Trinette and Heidi. That you can send them the sympathy cards for having to deal with
Our kitchen pots and pans.
our lives.
We do take good dishes.
Our next episode.
Good frying pans. We kind of ruin them.
Remind me on our next episode to tell you about burning hot dogs. I left them on the stove for 3 hours when I was outside. And I ruined one of my mom's nice pans. That was back when I was at home. And you know what? It was probably a year before she would calmly bring that story up. So, well, God bless. Have a great day. Don't drive like Woody and I drive. And don't do some of the stuff Woody and I do to our spouses. Don't do them
We're
to your
not
spouses.
responsible adults.
Nope.
God bless and have a great day.